I made a habit of listening to Radio 316 on the way to work, and there's always something to learn. But today on Family Matters, there was a story that just gutted me, and it's a story about this 21-year-old who, long story short, her mom decided to choose her husband over her. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, as the 21-year-old, how do you cope? How do you even how how anyway, it just got me thinking about something, and it's something that I think I've had to learn the hard way. And hopefully this mom, at some point, she will learn it. Maybe she never will, old dogs, new tricks. But what I've learned the hard way is that if you do not set the tone from the beginning, someone else definitely will. Whether it's in relationships, work, friendship, anything, even family, people will literally treat you the way you let them. The way you allow them, that's what you'll get from the beginning until the end. And it is a very sad reality that I think a lot of people need to learn otherwise. And boundaries, what I have learned is that boundaries are not about being rude. They're just a guide. They're like a sieve. They are for clarity. It's Boundaries are a tool that is essential in anyone's back pocket. Because if you do not have boundaries, what's your guide? What's your compass? What's your guide and what's your compass to what you will accept or not accept? How far is too far when it comes to dealing with you? Boundaries help all parties involved know the line that they can't cross. Like, this is the line, don't cross it. And it keeps everyone, it's just good practice, and you know what, expectations and boundaries are not unrealistic. And I'm not sure who started this gospel that you should not have expectations, that they are going to set you up to fail. They're setting you up for frustration, but not having them is equally doing so. If you do not voice your expectations and your boundaries, you're going to end up frustrated, you're going to end up heartbroken, and in some cases you're going to end up broke. I've been there, not voicing what I needed at work, what my expectations were going in from the beginning. It set me up, and I had to deal with that situation for like a long while before I could change it. It took a really long time. Not making, even in relationships, like not making it clear, like when I was dating, this is what I need, this is why I am doing this, and not saying that these are not things that I can accept, letting things slide just to be easygoing, to be, vibes, positive vibes, not wanting to rock the boat. Please, now I am learning that that boat has to be rocked. It's either we are rocking the boat, we are getting comfortable rocking the boat. It's uncomfortable. For me, it's uncomfortable because I've never been one to want to rock the boat, especially when it comes to touchy things like relationships, man. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but I am learning that it is something that I will have to do. Otherwise, I will keep paddling in the same place for years. And you know what I'm doing when I do not communicate, or when I do not set boundaries early enough? I am actually betraying myself, because I know in my heart of hearts what I need, what I want, but I end up accepting less than, because I do not want to rock the boat. I want to be easygoing, and you know what, that cannot be how anyone wants to live. Especially, I know I don't want to live like that. here's what they don't tell you. When you start speaking up after the fact, it will be, oh, you have changed up. You are switching up. You have changed. You don't change, girl. When you try to raise that standard after you've let all those things slide for so long, you are going to seem like the problem. Trust me. From now on, please state what you need. Tell them what your values are, and if they are not aligned, please out nature. Set your limit and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, somebody else can pick up the slack this time round. You don't have to be the one who is always picking up the slack and the person who is just waiting to fix things or holding your breath so that everything is held together in a nice little bow. None of that, no more. Amazing thing about this is that the right people, they'll respect you more for it. The wrong people will fall off so easy. And when that happens, it's not a loss. Actually, it's a gain for you because you are letting go of some dead weight. Whatever situation you're in, I don't do unpaid overtime. I don't do situationships. I don't loan money I can't afford to lose. I have lent you way too many times. I am not doing it anymore. And here's how I like to communicate. You say it clearly, say it early, and say it with your chest. Boundaries are not walls. In fact, they are gateways. They are gateways for the people who are meant to stay in your life. People who are meant to stay in your life will respect your boundaries, and they will respect you more for it. They will show people how to get to you without trampling all over you. Let's change this up, man. That story about that girl just really tore me up, and it just told me that this woman is a woman who has been down for so long. She has allowed for this man to trample over her for so long that she just doesn't have a say anymore. Her voice has been stripped away from her, and as a result, she's thrown away her child. Can you imagine throwing away your child because you could not stand up for yourself and your child? Sad. That is how you create generational curses. That is how you create trauma, familial trauma. As in, manze, let's change. Let's be the change that you want to see. Let's just stop this nonsense.